Hey guys, Matt Thurtell here from ntrack. We'll be walking through how to use VocalTune with ntrack Studio for Android, though the features and principles will apply on iOS and desktop as well. We can use VocalTune in ntrack Studio to correct and manipulate pitch. In this video, we're going to look at how to apply VocalTune with a solo vocal example and as a creative effect with playable instruments, like the ntrack Steinway grand piano. You can open VocalTune from the Add Effects menu like so. Let's take a look at the VocalTune interface. We can control an input sound using correction speed and correction amount, stickiness, tuning, key selection, and keyboard notes, which you're able to switch on and off. You can also visually see how much tuning correction is going on via the correct level meter. So what do these controls actually do? Let's go through them using this vocal melody example. We'll add VocalTune to the vocal track and start by using the correction amount knob to change how much we want the vocal to be corrected. If we choose the full correction amount setting, we can hear that almost all imperfections in pitch, however small, tend to get picked up. This can give a more artificial sound to the vocal. Artists like T-Pain have used this type of effect to form part of their signature sound, but in this example, an acoustic vocal, it sounds too severe. Let's move the setting down to mid. We can see from the correction level meter that a correction is still occurring. It's less severe than before, but we continue to hear undesired correction movements. We don't want these in this acoustic vocal because it's already sung very well and doesn't require a huge amount of correction. To make the pitch correction less obvious sounding, we'll want to alter correction speed. Correction speed relates to the time a note can go out of tune relative to a target note before the correction kicks in. A target note could be the nearest semitone or a note of a specific scale, such as C major. Lower speed values preserve a sound's natural attack. With this vocal, we'll take the speed setting down from extreme to soft. You can hear that when we enter back to the mid level, the vocal starts to shift to a less natural sound, with higher values encouraging more artificial or robotic effects. Stickiness is the threshold that a detected note must cross to switch to another note in the scale. A larger stickiness value means that there is a higher threshold to cross and that the input signal has to vary more in pitch to get VocalTune to switch the detected note to a new note. We can hear an example of this. With a low stickiness value, we have a lower threshold, and so VocalTune will jump more from one note to the other. For example, if you know the key of your song, you can set it manually. This will tune your vocal or input sound to the nearest note of that key. In this vocal example, we're in F sharp major. If you don't know what key your song is in, that's fine too. Just keep the option set to chromatic, which will tune your note to the nearest keyboard semitone. Be warned if you choose the wrong key and go aggressive on the amount of VocalTune. You'll end up with a crazy sounding vocal that's trying to be tuned to a key that it's not in. So if we set this vocal as C major instead of F sharp major, you can hear what I mean. If you want to change the actual key of the whole vocal, then use the ntrack pitch shifter plugin instead. This can be located from the FX menu too. Also, choose the chromatic option if you are singing note extensions out of a traditional scale like F sharp over C major. or if you know all the exact notes you are singing, these can be selected manually by selecting notes on and off from the keyboard. So, if we want F sharp with C major, we'll enable the F sharp note on the keyboard in VocalTune like this. Click again to disable it. This is the tuning frequency that VocalTune will be calibrated at. The most widely accepted tuning standard in modern music is 440 Hz, corresponding to an A4 sound. However, there are other options. For example, the New York Philharmonic Orchestra use 442 Hz to tune to, and some say that 432 Hz can give music a more spiritual quality. We won't get too much into specific tunings in this video, but if you're interested in finding out more, there's a link above this video. We're sticking with the traditional A4 at 440 Hz in these examples. When using VocalTune, as with any plugin, think about the benefit using the plugin will actually make to your track or sound. For this vocal, I personally wouldn't crank all the knobs up to max and make it sound like this. Rather, this is already a really good vocal part, and I may just choose to support the part with a small amount of VocalTune correction. There's also a preset for settings similar to this called Imperceptible. Okay, say you recorded a great vocal take with a slight imperfection in one note. Instead of re-recording, you might want to keep the take. We can use VocalTune to correct that note. We can also use VocalTune with inputs other than vocals. Setting up a new project, let's hear how VocalTune can warp a piano line, giving it a retro feel that might be used on a pop, R&B, or rap production. Hear how we've pushed the VocalTune settings to the maximum to intentionally change the sound from a clean input, not being scared to enable the correction sound and make the part feel more warped and vintage. Here's how it sounds. Are there any other ways that you use VocalTune? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to keep this channel growing, so do give this video a like, subscribe and ding the notification bell so you know when our next video is out. Until next time, have fun making music with ntrack. Cheers.